Hi and welcome back. In this next video we're going to look at labelling and creating sticks or a mesh between your markers on your face. Now, labelling your markers is a good way of differentiating what marker is which, and it's often used in a post-process in your 3D package. Creating sticks is a good way of displaying information about your face marker set, and also for noticing if there's any problems or gaps in the data or swaps in the data even. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is load in our list of markers. So we're going to go File, Import Labels from Text File. Now we could label the markers from an existing car file, but we're going to take our range of motion that we've initialized and we're going to label it using a text file. So the file you're looking for is called markerlist.txt. It's all part of the sample data, so we're going to import that. Now, under here we have the labeling pane, and we have our list of markers that we've imported. And all we have to do is select a marker either in the 2D view, or we can open up a 3D view and select it in the 3D view, like so. And select our marker and press M, and that name gets associated with that marker. Now that association is carried out across all your data from now on, so it's an important step in the process. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through these and label the forehead and temple markers. Okay, so now we can see as we hover the mouse over each of our 3D points, the name is being displayed of that marker. Now there's some display properties for the labels. We can either show them constantly all the time, we can have the hover over, which I just showed you, and the selected for display. We can also change the size of the label. Okay. Right, once we've labelled our data, we can either do a couple of things to create a stick mesh. The first one is you want to go Edit, Create Stick Mesh. Now this will automatically create a stick mesh for you, and this will be animated during your take. You can also go in and delete using Control D to delete sticks if you want to, and finally you can color sticks. So we select the sticks we want to color, and we go Edit, and we go to Edit Stick Color, and we can choose a new color for our sticks, like so. Okay, I'm just going to undo that process. The other option we have is to manually create a stick mesh. Now this is an easy process in itself. You just select two markers using Control and press S, or if you want to use the menu, it's Edit, Create Stick from selected points, and that will create a manual stick for you between your 2 points. Now, using a manual stick approach means that you have more control over the look of your final mesh. Okay, so there we can see we've got our sticks and we've got our label markers. I'm just going to load up a file where it's been fully completed, just to give you an idea of what it can look like. Okay, so here we have our face markers, and we have our full labelled set. So if I go to labelling, you'll see there's no red markers, so we know that all the markers have been labelled. Now if I was to come across a gap in the data, that would appear as a red name. And you can also see the manual sticks that I've created to give me a good impression of what the face should look like, so I know if a marker's missing and there'll be a gap between those sticks. Okay, so that covers labelling and stick mesh. In the next video we're going to look at taking our initialised and labelled range of motion file and tracking the rest of the take. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.